Hello ladies, I'm Isabel and welcome back to my channel. Now today's video, I'm gonna talk about you and your self-love. What is self-love and how do you get it? This is a topic that I am so passionate about because about 7 years ago, I was faced with this exact question. What is self-love and how do I get it? And the reason why this question came to me is because I was at the point of my life where I was tired of doing the things that I was doing. I was always out every weekend going to the club and trying to be in the scene all the time. And I didn't really find happiness in that anymore. I realized all of my friends were just party friends and didn't really care about my well-being or what it is that I wanted out of life for real. I had different beliefs than they did. I looked at the world different than they did. And I had to step away and really ask myself what it is that I was doing and how I can feel better in my life. Now, I know we all as humans go through ups and downs in our lives. We go through bouts of depression. We feel sometimes like we just don't want to do anything or be around anyone. I do believe that depression is the calling of your soul. Your soul is asking for you to come closer to yourself, to really discover who you are and what your life is really about. Now, like I said, I got this calling about 7 years ago, and since then I've been so focused on my true inner self, and I want you ladies to do the same. Now, right now, self-love and that term is so popular, but unfortunately it's really just being talked about through the outward things. It's not really going in deep and letting you know different parts of yourself that are really important and things for you to grow and love in. So in this video, I am going to dig a little deeper, not too deep because I want to leave that for the ladies who want that one-on-one coaching and really want to explore deeper parts of themselves. But this is going to give you just the blueprint and just helping you learn different techniques and things that you should be doing to give yourself the most love and to find the love within. So when we think of self-love, what does that actually mean? It means you're going to do what is right for you no matter what. And this is something that we do very well for others. If you're a parent, you probably give unconditional love to your child. Whatever it is they need, you're going to give it to them. Whatever that they need to do, you're going to make sure that they do it, regardless if they want to do it or not. That is the type of love that really should be given to yourself as well. And I think we don't give ourselves this kind of love because it's not always pleasant to do what is right. Sometimes we don't want to not eat something or don't want to go for that extra mile or put ourselves in a solitude, quiet state. Sometimes we want to just drown our sorrows in a tub of ice cream or in front of a TV watching mindless reality shows. I know I've been there, but when you're really practicing self-love, you're doing the things that aren't your impulses, but the true things that you should be doing for yourself. And it's also allowing you to see what you truly like and dislike, and you're changing yourself in those types of ways. So I want to talk about the 4 parts of your self-love. There's the physical part, there's the mental part, there's the emotional part, and then there's the spiritual part. Now let's start with the physical part. The physical part is your body, is the physical reality that we live in. And this is something that most people talk about when they talk about self-love. They're talking about the way you put yourself together, your hygiene, your rituals and shopping and things like that. And yes, those are great, but those are not the only parts of your physical self-love that you should be paying attention to. You should also be paying attention to your health and the things that you eat. If you're eating with self-love, you're not eating processed food that your body doesn't really get the most nutrition out of. You're not just sitting on the couch all day and skipping workouts. You're not giving yourself proper sleep and recharging your body so that it can function even greater each day. That is a part of physical self-love that needs to be in the forefront, more than your looks, more than shopping, more than, candle baths and all of that. Now, I do recommend that as well, because those parts are important for what they are, but you want to also do the things that aren't necessarily fun but is good for you. So please try to implement more healthy foods, more fitness workouts, and good deep sleep. Now, the other part of your self-love is your mental self-love. Now, this part of your self-love is really going to help you in this physical world as well. You want to make sure that you're reading, even if it's just audible and you're listening to someone read it to you, but you need to get more information about the things that you're interested in, and you need to learn. These go hand in hand. Reading and learning is a big part of growing your mental space and having a big enough container to gain more and more knowledge. We have so much knowledge within us, and when we listen to books or we read books, it starts to unlock and unravel parts of our DNA, and then you realize greater things about yourself. The mental plane of our reality is really rooted inside of us. It's not something we have to go external for, but by going external, you're able to recognize things more within yourself, and then it starts to unravel. So reading, writing, learning, those are the keys to giving yourself that true self-love, where you're unlocking parts of your brain and you're allowing yourself to learn more and gain more knowledge. So another part is your emotional self-love. This is something that is also very popular because we're in a time where mental health is talked about a lot, but it's really emotional health. It's emotional intelligence. It's really about balancing your emotions and choosing to stay away from the things that brings you on a lower vibration. You want to keep your vibrations balanced or high, but once you go low, you're actually getting depressed, and that lowness paralyzes you, and you don't want that type of energy in your life because you have things to do here. You're here to experience. And if your emotions go too low in its vibration, you're going to hate being here. So you want to balance your emotions and bring them up. A great thing to do that is to get out into nature and feel the world around you. You want to just, when someone is getting you upset, just let it go and let them, and just tell yourself, this person is on their own journey and it really has nothing to do with me what they're upset about. So I'm not going to put myself in a negative just to appease to their emotions. Now, if someone does something to frustrate you, ask yourself, what is it about this situation that's triggering me inside? Because then you're no longer saying this person is upsetting me, but you're saying this situation is triggering me and making me feel some type of way. Let me see what is that. because that usually has nothing to do with the person or what it is that they're doing, and it has all to do with yourself. So just realizing those type of things is what's going to help you just gain more emotional intelligence and help you balance yourself and bring yourself to a higher vibration. Addressing the things like when jealousy comes up, or when you're being spiteful, or when you just getting an attitude for no reason. Sit back and watch yourself, hear yourself, really ask yourself the question, why is it that I'm doing this? Why do I want to feel like this? And those type of questions that you ask yourself is going to allow you to unlock what's deeper inside of you. So make sure that you're actually listening to how you feel and willing to go deep and ask yourself those types of questions. And so the final one that we all need to give love to, no matter what, is our spiritual self-love. We are nothing without the spirit. I know that we all have different spiritual beliefs, but the belief should be that there is an inner you. There is something bigger and deeper inside of you. That alone should make you curious. That alone should make you want to go in. And this is where that inner work comes from. Everybody has a different spiritual journey. Nobody has the same exact journey. And that's what makes it beautiful, because your journey is unique to you and your experiences. Go deep. Try meditating. I love to meditate. It's something that I do every morning. I have a ritual of doing it where I just go within and I sit with myself in a dark room and I meditate for as long as it takes, as long as I feel necessary. And this is something you can also do with a guided meditation. They have a bunch of those, but I just like to sit with myself with no sound around me and just allow myself to go in. Also, there are plenty of spiritual practices that you can do that just make you go in and just feel your insides and really allow yourself to let you know about you, because everything is within. Everything that you need to know about you in this world is inside of you, is in your DNA. And it's your birthright to be connected to the source and be connected to God or the universe or however you see it. So whichever way you feel best with connecting with that source, that God, that universe, that higher self, do it, because that is a huge part of self-love, and that's something that is irreplaceable. You finding out who you truly are, know thyself, that is written on the ancient walls. You figuring that out is the biggest gift you can give yourself. That is the biggest act of self-love. Now, before I let you go, I do want to give you ladies some book recommendations, because this is something that I am very passionate about and I've read tons of books, and I want to give you ladies a beginner starter kit and what books you may find helpful on this self-love journey. Now, they are not in any particular order, so I'm just going to go through them. So the first one is Cybernetics. This is by Maxwell Maltz, and he is an MD, so this is from a doctor. This is really a great book for your mental self-help and your emotional self-help, and even I would say part of your spiritual self-help. So I highly recommend this book. I've read it a tons of times. They actually have parts where you write things in, so I highly recommend picking up this book. One for your spiritual, well, I actually have two for your spiritual, but this is for your spiritual. This is Eckhart Tolle's A New Earth, and if you've ever read The Power of Now, this is the second book to that. This one just goes deeper on how to transcend your ego, so I highly recommend this book, and also The Power of Now if you haven't read that as well, because Eckhart Tolle really has great books that are here to help you really see who you truly are. So highly recommend that. And the last recommendation is The Seat of the Soul by Gary Zukav. I love this book. I've read it probably twice already, and I think that this is something that everybody needs. It's also for your spiritual, so it's going to help you figure those parts of yourself out that's deeper within yourself. And it's also mental and it's also emotional, so you're still getting all those parts of your self-love. So I highly recommend those 3 books. Please let me know in the comments if you have any of these books or any book recommendations for anybody watching. If you want some one-on-one coaching by me, I've helped men and women figure out what it is they want out of life and how to get it, and I would love to help you as well. I left my email down below, so you can just reach out to me directly there. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. I love making these videos, and I would love for you to share the video with your friends and family. Now, if you like all the stuff that I do here and want to just watch more, please subscribe to the channel. I truly appreciate it and would love to have you here. All right, I will see you in the next video.